Lil Baby's had enough of the Young Thug versus Gunna beef, as the 4PF rapper knows Young Thug can't truly say what he wants due to his probation agreement, so we saw Lil Baby do it for him. But to understand why he's so mad, you first need to see Lil Baby's recent arrest, which he blamed on Gunna. As it was announced, Lil Baby was arrested Monday night for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit and was sent to the Clark County Detention Center, where he was being held on $5,000 bail.
I need 20 bands, call the number for me. Hey, security, the black guy. Call the number for me. They locking me up for a but I got license. Security, I give you 200 bands a year. I swear to God, security. Security, I give you 200 bands a year. You don't make 200 bands here. Hey, lady, my check leaving at 9:10. Nah, check me good. I got to my nuts. Check me good. You on the camera? I got to my nuts. Check me good. I got to. All right, y'all let me that car shoot myself dead. Y'all.
With Lil Baby being released on bail, this arrest couldn't have come at a worse time. Even just 3 weeks prior, Lil Baby was arrested for illegal window tints, with the official footage being released.
I don't know what celebrity you are.
It don't matter, they get my ticket, let me ride home. I can't have nobody seeing me right here. Have a good day, man.
Now, who are you? You say you
My name Lil Baby.
Okay, I just need you to sign right here, okay?
You got a pen?
827.
You don't be wanting to have these. You gotta have tints in that lounge. You folk crazy. I take a ticket, then somebody follow me home.
With all these recent arrests, Lil Baby feels like he's being targeted by a former best friend who snitched. This is why when Young Thug was released from jail, he went after Gunna. Because only a couple of days after his release, he tweeted, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats," as the nickname Wham refers to Lil Baby. Young Thug wanted to get back in the studio with Lil Baby, especially once he saw that Lil Baby defended him. With Lil Baby excited for Thug's release, he'd pop out on Instagram saying we should. And to further build up the tension between Young Thug and Gunna, Young Thug tweeted again, "Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." This grabbed Gunna's brother's attention, who said, "Trust and believe the feeling is mutual." Although Young Thug has no love lost for Gunna anymore after he switched sides on him, because we saw Young Thug hop on Instagram with T.I. He shared how he's home now and did it the right way, basically sneak dissing Gunna for how he got out.
Hey man, what you got to tell these people?
Back. Back, Jack.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in mine, right?
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
The right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
Young Thug's letting Gunna know that he got out the right way by not telling. However, with Young Thug going after Gunna so intentionally in the public eye, DJ Akademiks voices why he's concerned for Thug and his probation agreement. It was announced, Akademiks speaks on Thug's release and explains why Young Thug's getting set up to go back to jail. As Akademiks shares how if Young Thug fails, he goes to prison for 20 years.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years. Can't be in Atlanta. Can't communicate with co-defendants or gang members. He can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is gang activity. Well, he's always gonna talk about him and his doing his thing. They might consider that gang activity. He might be like, yo, me is like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about a gang. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see this was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
Because if the court deems anything Young Thug does to be against his probation rules, he will break the agreement and will have to serve the remainder of his time behind bars. However, it got even crazier when it was reported. Wack 100 announced he has 2 hours of footage of Gunna telling on Young Thug in an interrogation room. This has fans believing Gunna's getting revenge for Young Thug, sneak dissing him.
Hey Gunna, listen. I'm putting it together. I'm gonna give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm gonna give you some time though, Gunna, for you to go ahead on and confess. Confess to the world about all the telling you did. You know that interrogation? Yeah, guess who got it? 2 hours? Boy, you was in there talking more than Hurricane Katrina. The only thing he did wrong was let him record him. You know what I'm talking about.
To respond to Gunna's possible interrogation video, Young Thug had some interesting words to say to Gunna on Instagram Live.
Stink, I miss you.
I miss you too. What you doing?
Nothing, bored. You don't like him?
No, he's in my motherfucking room.
Cause you was being mean. He felt your energy.
Man, I don't even play. I fly all the way to LA. Is that?
You ain't gonna touch him.
But moments after the Instagram Live, it was announced concerning news coming out involving rapper Gunna being followed and approached by local gang members, because Young Thug still has a grudge against Gunna for snitching on him, with fans believing it could have been a revenge attempt for Gunna snitching. Because if you're Young Thug in the situation, you'd have to be mad, considering Thug's also been able to watch with his own eyes of Gunna snitching.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance?
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein Hyder and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Because Young Thug figuring out what really happened with the whole case since he's been out. We saw academics report that sources told him since Gunna snitched in the trial and went home, Young Thug began making calls to tell rappers to stay away from Gunna, unfollow him, and cut any business ties they had with him.
The streets are so atrocious. Young Thug told everybody that Gunna was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't give a if you believe me. That's what he sent to. Or he sent a message to Dirk, Baby. There's a few other rappers I just won't call their names, just because some of them just told me in privacy. All of them rappers start not f***ing with Gunna, speaking out, they're chilling away. Thug got out, Gunna kinda hot. It ain't like you're trying to really like jump and work with Gunna, but...
And to respond to this, Young Thug hopped on Instagram after he was released and laughed about it.
I'm on live. I just jumped on here to let you ladies know that yes, a goat can go live. Whoa! What's up? Who up right now? What's up? Who up right now?
But one of the best things we've seen from Young Thug since he's been released is how happy he is. We've already seen him at the studio where he was smiling and flexing his jewelry.
P, that's some pounds, P. How much you want away, P?
Go pound, go pound, go make bag.
In that bag. I'll take. Go ahead.
However, even though both Young Thug and Gunna are released now, there are still some questions about it. Because when Gunna first snitched, Lil Baby defended Young Thug and began dissing Gunna. But Young Thug's father sided with Gunna instead and told Lil Baby to stop talking.
How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing at Gunna for his plea deal?
He need to shut the fuck up, cause he don't know what's going on. You know, he's going off of what he heard. When have y'all went to a court date to support Slime, to support Jeffrey, to support Thug, however you want to name it?
This made many fans wonder why Thug's father would side with Gunna, who went directly against Young Thug. Some fans believe Thug's father genuinely believed Gunna did not affect Thug's case, but others wonder if maybe Gunna was paying Thug's father on the side to make himself look better.
Courtney said, how do you feel about Gunna?
I love Gunna.
See, that's the thing. People don't understand the relationship. They got this thing saying that Gunna is a rat and he's done this and done that.
But see, let me try to help the attorney clarify that a little simpler. Gunna hasn't done anything whatsoever that can hurt us on this case.
Although one of the craziest things we heard about Thug's time behind bars is when he had a phone call with Lil Durk, as Thug was asking Durk to diss Gunna for him. This makes sense as to why we saw Lil Durk release a snippet of a new song on Twitter a year ago. With the lyrics, "What happened to Virgil? He's probably gonna tell." This is a play on words with the song Durk made with Gunna back in the day titled "What Happened to Virgil."
Hey Durk, I know I want you on, I'm dropping this surprise album on the same day Buddy dropped his album. Coming up soon. I need a verse from you. If you feel like replying, if you feel like you want to reply to it, saying or something, man, don't do it. Drop it on my album. I'm dropping a surprise album on the same day that drop. Send your verse in, bro. I want you and Wham on the same song. Send your verse in.
But when it comes to Young Thug's new album he's working on, it's going to be different. Many believe Young Thug's sneak disses against Gunna will ruin his career and reveal a lot of behind-the-scenes information. Even Drake knows it's going to be huge, as it was reported. Academic says Drake flew to see Young Thug just 2 hours after his release from jail and gave him $1 million.
They say 2 hours afterwards, Drake flew to Thug and allegedly gave him $1 million. Drake didn't tell me. Drake gonna hit me up and be like, which, by the way, super strategic move. Super strategic. Thug was in jail talking about let's squash all this beef. If I'm Drake, I need Atlanta. Okay, so I got one Atlanta that's what I goes. Supposedly Drake flew to wherever Thug was at. Gave $1 million.
Although with everyone worried about Young Thug breaking his probation, we saw a famous rap lawyer reveal that Thug's deal is still good. He just needs to stay out of trouble.
Young Thug absolutely won that plea deal for so many reasons. One, the prosecution got none of what they wanted when you think about what the charges were and what actually got pled to. And two, he saved himself some major civil liability. Let me break that down. So first off, the prosecution had charged this man with 8 counts. 2 of them were very serious. 2 of them were basically saying that for years you were the leader of a criminal gang that committed murders and all types of acts all over the city of Atlanta. Those 2 charges Young Thug did not plead guilty to. Had he pled guilty to those, he would have gotten serious time, and all the victims of all of this alleged criminal street gang activity, including the families of could have sued him civilly in court and said, hey, this man pled guilty to doing it. Now he's got to pay me. He pled nolo contendere. The judge accepted that plea. The prosecution said, Judge, you should not allow a nolo contendere plea on those 2 counts. The judge said, I am going to allow it.
After getting Young Thug's attention, he knows that he has to stay on the straight and narrow. This is why the following day he hopped on FaceTime with Brian Steele to help motivate law students and talk about life.
You guys should become lawyers. I think it's very important to help people out of the situations they're in the best you can. I mean, what side do you want to be on? You want to put people in prison for mistakes? Because everybody makes mistakes. They're human, you know. And everybody on this phone, everybody in this classroom, you always need to know that you're one mistake away. And I feel like we need more people like Brian Steele on this earth, and less people like that. So I think it's very, very, very important to become lawyers. I think it's very, very important to be a lawyer over any other thing. You know, lawyers and doctors are the 2 greatest things that were ever founded, you know.